Good evening, this is Brass Tacks. I'm Zaka Jacob. The Hubbali riots is one of the darkest spots in Karnataka history in recent times. There was stone pelting at a police station, even as the police were trying desperately to control the situation. More than 100 people have been arrested for that, including some MIM office bearers. It is in this backdrop that Congress MLA Zameer Ahmed Khan has come out and said that we should give financial support to the families of those who've been picked up by the police, of those who pelted stones. There was a huge furor, as you would expect, with the BJP, the JDS, all other parties have taken him to the cleaners. And as a response to this furor, Zameer Ahmed Khan has come out and said he's on a pilgrimage to Mecca. He's not accepting that this message was sent by him or his supporters. He's withdrawn the offer and he said that this has been completely misconstrued by his political opponents. The question is, yes, it may have been withdrawn, but can he deny that it was sent from his WhatsApp number? Can he deny that his supporters were planning to do this? Can he deny that monies were being talked about to be given to the families of those pelters who were arrested by the police? The question is, should Mr. Khan be booked for trying to reward anarchists and stone pelters?
Nearly 2 weeks after violent clashes erupted in Hubli in Karnataka comes the biggest twist in the story. WhatsApp messages allegedly from Congress leader Zameer Ahmed Khan urging his followers to give food kits and 5,000 rupees to the families of those arrested for stone pelting. The BJP latched on and accused the Congress of appeasement politics.
ಇವರು ಕೋಮುಗಲಭೆ ಹುಟ್ಟುಹಾಕಿ ವೋಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅನ್ನ ಗಟ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನೆರವು ಕೊಡೋ ಕೆಲಸನೂ ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರೊಳಗಡೆ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನ ಪಾತ್ರ ಇರಬಹುದು ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಅನುಮಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿ ಒದಗಿಸುವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜಮೀರ್ ಅಹಮದ್ ಅವರ ಮತ್ತು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನವರ ನಡವಳಿಕೆ ಇದೆ.
Former Karnataka Chief Minister and leader of the opposition Siddaramaiah came out in Zameer's support.
ಯಾರೋ ಫುಡ್ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಜಮೀರೇ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಜಮೀರು ಉಮ್ರಾಗಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಉಮ್ರಾಕ್ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಜಮೀರು.
Zameer himself later tweeted saying he has been in Mecca for a pilgrimage since the 17th of April and has no role in the bid to support the families of stone pelters. But the proof is black and white. The food kit distribution drive was to take place today but was hurriedly cancelled amid the furor. So is the Congress guilty of rewarding rioters?
Joined by Captain Ganesh Karnik, BJP spokesperson, Dr. Kavita Reddy, Congress spokesperson will be joining us, T.R. Prasad Gowda, JDS leader will also be joining us, Lalit Kumar is Hindu Jan Shakti president, and R.K. Upadhyaya is senior journalist also joining us. Captain, I'll start with you because Zameer Ahmed Khan has now come out and put out a message saying that, this has been completely misconstrued, it is not him, it is not messages from his WhatsApp, so on and so forth, and that he's been in Mecca for the last 2 weeks, so it couldn't have possibly been him.
Zaka, good evening and good evening to all my co-panelists. I don't think you can expect anything better from Congress, whether it was the Hubli riots or it was DJ Helli, KJ Helli, earlier Mangalore. Number one, the Congress has never condemned these attacks on police stations, on their own MLA's house, or for that matter, on the police personnel who are trying to protect the police station and take care of the mob. So number one, they don't condemn these things. Number two, after Mr. Zameer Ahmed, through his WhatsApp messaging, announced this assistance to the accused, he did the same thing in KJ Helli, DJ Helli, and did the same thing in Hubli riot case. Neither the party president nor Mr. Siddaramaiah, whose chela is Zameer Ahmed, have condemned this issue, that you cannot support the accused in the name of supporting their family and all that.
Okay.
Of course, he has withdrawn it through a message. So what I am trying to say, Congress is hand in glove with regard to instigating these rioters to create communal disturbance in the state, now out of power. When they were in power, in the same state, there were 24 incidents of murder of Hindu Karyakartas. So neither they condemned those attacks on Hindu Karyakartas, nor they are condemning the attack by the hooligans or the mobsters on the police station, on the police vehicles, on the police personnel.
Okay.
They don't condemn. Instead of that, they're going and doling out, assistance to the people or the accused. This is unheard of. So Congress is squarely responsible for all these disturbances in the state.
Okay, Mr. Lalit Kumar, I want to ask you, what is your point of view to what Zameer Ahmed Khan is saying, that this was not his message, he is in Mecca for the last 2 weeks, and that he has nothing to do with the riots that happened in Hubballi, or this message that is doing the rounds, this WhatsApp message, which is being attributed to him, that 5,000 rupees should be paid to the families of those stone pelters? You have to unmute, sir, Mr. Lalit Kumar. Please unmute.
Sir,
Yes.
am I clear now?
Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah. So this is the very common thing and a very regular method what the culprits say every time to escape the reasons. Okay, that the same way right now that person also telling. See, every time Congress, when we see Congress always be there in instigating Muslims and these kind of type of communal riots, and every time Congress never stay on a Hindu side. They always support the other side and they always instigate that Muslims only to against Hindus. This is the routine course happening here. So we as Hindus, that is the reason we don't believe in Congress, and that is the reason Congress is now in such a position that they can't even get up again.
I'm also now joined by Kavita Reddy of the Congress. Ma'am, your MLA, and he's not a rookie, he's not somebody who is new to politics. Zameer Ahmed Khan allegedly sending this WhatsApp message saying that 5,000 rupees need to be given to the families of those rioters, stone pelters in the Hubballi riots. What does the Congress party have to say to this man? Okay. All right, T.R. Prasad Gowda, you want to take that question? T.R. Prasad Gowda of the JDS, can you hear me? Okay, I think Mr. Upadhyay is through. Mr. Upadhyay?
Yeah, fine, Zaka.
Yeah. Point is, Zameer Ahmed Khan says he was not here, but these WhatsApp messages can't be deleted or can't be, hidden under the carpet. The WhatsApp message very clearly says we should give 5,000 rupees to the rioters' families, the pelters' families. What sort of message does this send out for anarchists, for people who want to take the law into their own hand, people who were seen in Hubballi throwing stones at a police station?
Zaka, I think, everybody knows that Zameer is in Mecca and messages are very clear. But everybody is playing politics here. That's the saddest part. See, recently, after all this incidents of, hijab and halal meat and so on and so forth, now there is a competition between the JDS and the Congress for Muslim votes. I think that is what is playing out here. The JDS is aggressively wooing the Muslims and they want to take away a share of Muslim votes from the Congress. They made CM Ibrahim the president of the party. And he's one of those great orators who can sway the voters. Of course, he was there with the JDS earlier, with Mr. Devagowda earlier. Now he has come back because he could not find enough space in Congress. So Zameer Ahmed is one of the aggressive Muslim leaders in the Congress, and he wants to see that the Muslims do not leave Congress. Now, this is a very complicated situation, I'll tell you. So what has happened in Hubli, nobody can justify. I think those who are involved in that, riots do not require any sympathy because they were stupid. They were acting on some, social media posts and on which they went on a riot. So nobody can, support them. But if there are more than 100, bread-earning members who are behind bars for various reasons, and if somebody wants to help them, with food during Ramzan, I don't see anything wrong with that. Okay, they're writers, but are they criminals? They have to be established.
Okay.
And Zaka, you and as journalists know, the police simply round up people and put them behind bars. They are accused people as of now.
Captain Karnik, you want to respond to what Mr. Upadhyay is saying?
Yes. Actually, I appreciate Mr. Upadhyay's sympathy towards the families of the rioters. But it is not that people have been rounded up. They were all caught in the CC camera footage, and after thorough investigation, they have been arrested. And people who have arrested, have admitted the fact that they were involved in stone pelting, trying to attack the police station and all that. Now, actually, I will digress from what you asked me. See, the Congress, whether it is Hubli incident or DJ incident, when their own MLA was attacked and his house was ransacked, they did not condemn the rioters even then. So, like Mr. Upadhyaya rightly said, there is a race between JDS and Congress for the minority votes, and they will go to any extent to appease this particular community. He said it right when he said there was no case at all, because the person who posted that social media posting, he was arrested, he was under custody actually.
Okay.
So they were demanding, please give that person to me and then we'll behead him. They were shouting those slogans.
Okay.
So knowing fully well what happened in Hubli, if they still continue to help those rioters and the families, sending a message that we are with you, I think we need to condemn this.
T.R. Prasad Gowda, you heard what Mr. Upadhyaya is saying, you heard what Captain Karnik is saying. At the end of the day, between Congress and JDS, there seems to be some sort of competition for the minority votes. Look at the reactions that have come from your leaders, including Mr. H.D. Kumaraswamy. Politics is being played in the name of the minority votes is what is being said. Including, of course, let's not forget, Zameer Ahmed Khan used to be a very close MLA of your party before he switched sides a few years ago. He was a very close confidant of Mr. Kumaraswamy. He's now in the Congress for the last few years. So, the accusation against your party, just as much as against the Congress, is you're also playing for minority votes in Karnataka.
See, we are political parties. He wants votes of minority. That is one side. But as far as our view over the belting the stones above the police station, over maybe the party, that is not acceptable. See, their police station is a constitutional part of our constitution and system of the government. Whether police is wrong or the peoples are wrong can be discussed, and courts are there, and the constitution have made many systems to investigate the things. But it is not the thing that one should take the law into their hands and pelting the stones over maybe the parties, whether they belongs to Muslim or Hindu.
No, but Mr. Gowda, the allegation coming from BJP is also that you are acting like B team of Congress. You're also fighting for the same minority vote that Congress is fighting for.
It is a childish talk, I can tell you. B team of Congress will tell we are B team of BJP, and BJP is telling we are B team of Congress. It is rubbish. End of the day, we are independent political party. We are not B team or A team for anybody.
Mr. Upadhyaya, Mr. Gowda is categorically rejecting any form of appeasement, any form of playing minority politics. He is saying that whoever is responsible for the pelting of the police station, unequivocally, he is saying that he or she should be put under custody. Mr. Upadhyaya.
Yes.
Absolutely. There's no doubt about it. I mean, those rioters who are, indulged in unprovoked rioting have to be behind bars and they have to face the consequences. But I also would like to, find out from the Muslim leaders, why are they allowing this kind of incidents? I mean, why is that, there is no leadership which can control these kind of elements? I mean, is your God so vulnerable that, just because there is some social post that, his honor will be dishonored? I mean, there should be some sense that should be put into the, minds of these youngsters. And, if there is some social media post, you cannot go on writing. I mean, that is the limit. So that is where I think the leaders in the community should step up and see that these kind of incidents do not recur.
What is worrisome is the slogans that were being chanted outside the police station, even as stones were being pelted. I want to ask Lalit Kumar, Sar Tan Se Juda is what they were saying, that the body is connected to the head and we will behead that person. For these people, Zameer Ahmed Khan and his supporters are saying, For these people, because they've been taken by the police, we will support their families.
Sir, I don't know whether these people are living in India or abiding to Indian constitution or not. Why? Because if someone really discriminates or disobeys Muhammad Prophet, these are not the one who has to punish them. Because these guys are assembling always and saying, Gustaki Nabi ko ek hi saza, sar tan se juda. That means those who ever disobeys or disrespects Muhammad, they should be beheaded. Who are these to do that? And don't they have any respect towards the constitution? And if something happens to their religious beliefs or something else, they simply assemble and they throw stones everywhere. See, if a Hindu have a stone in his hand, he'll simply worship the stone, or else he'll use it for construction. But why these people are always using that to hurt others and hurt others' sentiments?
Okay. Brajesh Kalappa of the Congress is also joining us. Brajesh, I know Zameer Ahmed Khan has come out and said he has nothing to do with the WhatsApp message. I know the Congress party has distanced itself. But the very fact that you could have anyone, a politician, a mainstream party politician, come out and say we should pay, some kind of monies to the families of those people who've been picked up by the police, the rioters, the stone pelters. How does one even begin to justify this?
No, there's no question of justification. One, I don't know who the gentleman is. I've never seen the gentleman. Two, I don't have any idea if he was with the Congress party. But whoever he is, one, if he has involved himself in any act of crime, he should be punished, more so if he's a congressman.
No, Brajesh, you're saying you haven't heard of Zameer Ahmed Khan?
No, I've not heard of him.
Zameer Ahmed Khan is a sitting Congress MLA, I think from Chamrajnagar, if I'm not mistaken. He was with the JDS before this. He owns a very...
This is Zameer?
Yes, I'm talking about Zameer Ahmed Khan, yes.
Surely
you know who he is.
No, I'm sorry, you're the person who contacted me on the phone.
Okay, go ahead. I'm talking about the message.
I thought you were speaking of some corporate.
Okay, got it. No, got it. I'm asking you about the message that has been purportedly sent by Zameer from his phone, WhatsApp message to his supporters, saying that 5,000 rupees needs to be paid to the families of these rioters, these pelters, who pelted stones at the Hubballi police station and who are now in custody.
No, that we'll have to check. I think let the police do its job. If there's a crime involved, let him haul him up. If there's a crime involved, I think he should be hauled up.
No, surely the police is investigating that. I want to ask you at a larger level, Brajesh, is it okay for somebody to support the families of pelters, rioters, anarchists who were chanting slogans that we will behead whoever is saying anything against the Prophet? That's what they were chanting.
I don't know what role the members of a family have to do. Supposing I were to commit a crime, are my wife and children supposed to be stoned to death or what? I don't know. I have no idea.
So it's okay that families of rioters, pelters, anarchists are supported by an MLA of your party. It's okay.
No, like I told you, I don't know what the facts of the case are. One. Two, supposing I were to commit a crime or you were to commit a crime, is your family to be punished? I have no idea. I don't think so.
No, I'm asking, Brajesh, I'm asking you a political question. Your MLA is a very senior MLA. He's not a novice. He's not a greenhorn in politics. He's somebody who's been in politics for a number of years, right? A veteran MLA of your party is purportedly sending a message to his supporters that the families of those pelters, rioters, anarchists need to be supported with 5,000 rupees. That is okay.
First is whether the WhatsApp has gone from his phone, whether he has actually sent the WhatsApp. That has to be checked.
He's denying it. Fair enough. He's denying it. Fair enough. Okay. But supposedly it was sent. That's the allegation. The allegation is... No. The allegation is that it was sent from his WhatsApp. It will be proven in an investigation. But on that allegation, if it is true that this WhatsApp message was sent, you have no problem with that?
No, I have no idea. Like I told you, I don't know why anybody's family should pay for anybody's crimes. Maybe that's the new law of jurisprudence. I'm not aware of it. I didn't study it in college.
Okay. Brajesh, if you give me 30 seconds, let me get Captain Karnik of the BJP. Brajesh says, and I'm sure, knowing him, tongue firmly in cheek, that punishing the families of rioters or criminals is not what Indian jurisprudence is. Captain Karnik.
Brijesh Kalapa is a very erudite scholar and an advocate, so he knows how to put across the words. See, this Congress party did not have sympathy to go and visit the victims of stone pelting, the police personnel. Your Zameer Ahmed did not announce anything for the police personnel. A Maruti temple was, vandalized. The Congress leaders did not go and visit that place, did not go and talk to the priest there. They did not go and, express their sympathy or whatever it is. But with regard to these stone pelters, the rioters, the people who vandalized the police station, who attacked the police personnel, who, damaged the police vehicle, towards them they have no sympathy. But they have sympathy only towards the families of those people who are accused, whose presence was seen in the footage, and they are under arrest. Now they have sympathy for that.
Rajesh,
and my dear friend doesn't want to say a word about it.
Rajesh, you want to respond?
I honestly don't know what has actually happened in this front. One is I don't even know if somebody from the Congress did visit, because usually BJP spokespersons just shoot off their mouths. I honestly don't know the facts of the case. I was just taken on call. I'm driving, and I was just taken on call. This question was asked to me, and I've answered the question.
Okay.
And as far as who we have sympathy for, the Congress party has had a long history in administering this country, and I don't think we've had any, faltered there.
Okay, all right, Rajesh, thanks. I really appreciate you joining us. We were supposed to get Dr. Kavita Reddy. She's joined us late.
Zaka,
one second, Captain, one second, please.
One
second, please. I've got Dr. Kavita Reddy on the phone. I'm sorry you joined us late, Dr. Reddy. I'm asking a very simple question. Zameer Ahmed Khan, a senior legislator of your party, sending a WhatsApp message purportedly to his supporters, saying that the families of those stone pelters, rioters, anarchists who threw stones outside the Hubballi police station need to be given financial compensation to the tune of 5,000 rupees. Is that something that you welcome? Is that something that is the official stand of the Congress party? Is Congress party fine with this sort of a intervention by one of your senior legislators?
No, I think, Zaka, this is just the story which the BJP runs. They just don't find anything. They'll find somebody like Zameer and they will just start throwing stones at him literally. This is what they're doing. The people who are involved in the stone pelting are from MIM, and MIM is in hand in glove with the BJP. We saw what happened in UP. We saw what happened even in Hubli Dharwad elections also. So MIM, SDPI is part of the BJP B team. It is those are the people who did the stone pelting. So that it has nothing to do with the Congress party.
Why is Zameer, sir, ma'am, why is Zameer saying that the families of these MIM so-called B team?
Zameer went to.
No, I'm asking you.
That, please.
I'm
telling you that. I am clarifying that.
Okay.
Zameer has not made any commitment to anybody. Zameer is in Mecca. He has made a very clear statement. Because it is a season of Ramzan, he gives ration kits to anybody and everybody. So it is not that he is given to them. I mean, if the rioters are there, they're already in jail. No, why are we? He didn't go to the jail to give it, right?
So you are saying it's okay to give ration to the families of rioters, stone pelters, anarchists. It's fine.
No. Sorry. That is not the point. That is not the point. Even that means to say that you will not. Everybody will get branded. Even the family members will get branded.
No, I'm asking. I have no position on this issue. I'm just asking what is your position. I'm asking you, is it okay that families of... Doctor, please. Why are you asking me? I'm not a political party, no.
The fact is, there is a Hindu
why are you asking me? I'm not a political party in Karnataka. I'm not a public representative. You are. Mr. Zameer is. I'm asking.
That is not the point, Zaka.
I'm asking. Is it okay, Dr. Reddy? Is it okay that whoever it is, forget about this member happens to be your party member, whoever it is okay for somebody to give ration during the month of Ramzan, they give zakat and so on, to the families of people who have been accused of pelting stones on a police station, chanting slogans that they will behead whoever
what does the law say? Zaka, let's go by the constitution. Okay. What does the law say? Will you hold the families responsible? Was the families of the Hindu guys who literally ransacked the shop of a Muslim vendor, were their families also treated like this?
Okay.
Why is the treatment different? somebody does a mistake, that person is behind the bars. We are not even protecting them. There are people from SDPI, MIM.
Captain Karnik, Dr. Reddy's main contention is a large number of the people who have been rounded up are MIM people or SDPI people. They are, she says, the B team of the BJP. Please respond.
Okay. Zaka, number one, you have brought it out from Mr. Kalapa and Dr. Reddy that it is okay to support the rioters' family. Congress is okay with that, number one.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Number two.
You people are supporting
number two,
are supporting the rioters. Your people are supporting the
Mr. Zameer Ahmed. Mr. Zameer Ahmed has supported the families of rioters who belong to AMIM and they are B team of the BJP. And the same team goes and vandalizes the Maruti temple also. So Zameer Ahmed supporting the members of Oasis party is okay. They are telling that these people are not Congress people. They are Amin people.
Right, Mr.
So
Karnik.
you
are supposed to be an army man. Just don't lie like the BJP guys. Speak the truth. Speak the truth.
You can now make out the double speak of the Congress.
Blatant lies on the national channel. Nobody is telling. You protect the writers. It's your bloody job, government job.
Zaka, I think it is my time.
Dr. Reddy, please. You asked him a question. No, Dr. Reddy, be fair, please. You asked a question. Let him respond. If you are going to heckle, I'll be forced to pull your fader down. Sorry. Only Captain Karnik, please. Captain Karnik, respond. Your B team is in jail, basically.
Zaka, it is absolute nonsense and rubbish. They don't have any issue. And look at this. Zaka, the Oasis party and their leaders are involved in this incident. And Congress has very conveniently disowned all those people from the Muslim community. Now they are telling Zameer Hussain of their party hands over a kit to the rioters belonging to Oasis party. Can anything be more funnier than this?
Yeah.
I think you have brought
Reddy,
that's a fair point. Today.
Why forget about Hindu Muslim, leave that aside. You're basically saying a Congress legislator is helping the families of MIM folks. Come on, politically also. That sounds a little unbelievable, no? Dr. Kavita Reddy?
No, the fact, Zaka, who is benefiting out of MIM SDPI? You tell me that first. The BJP is benefiting. If they are writers, put them behind the bars. Who stopped you? Nobody stopped you. You are running the government in the center. None of us have interfered. All the MLAs and MPs in that particular area are the BJP people. You put them behind the bus. Who stopped you?
No, but Dr. Reddy, isn't it ironic that you are saying that MIM people have been arrested? Yes, they have been arrested.
No,
but your MLA is helping the families of MIM legislators, MIM leaders. That's fine.
Sorry, Zaka, he is not. He has made it very clear. He is not even there in the country. What are we talking about? Why are you just pulling, Zameer into this all the time?
No. It is a matter of investigation. It's a matter of investigation. I agree.
Zaka,
it's a matter of investigation. Let the police investigate. Let the police investigate whether the WhatsApp was sent by Zameer or whatever.
My point
we have also got at least a couple of supporters. Ma'am, once again. At least a couple of his supporters who have said yes, that Mr. Zameer did send that message indeed. But anyway, it's a matter of investigation. Let the police investigate. But I'm saying that the allegation against your leader is that he is supporting the families of a rival party, a party that you say is the B team of the BJP, and that's fine.
It is the fact. They are the B team.
So then why is your legislator supporting the families of that B team?
Where is the proof that he is supporting? You hear and say it's not the proof. Where is the proof? Zameer will never support an SDPI.
There is an allegation of a WhatsApp message. That WhatsApp message is doing the rounds. We are not putting out that WhatsApp message because it's an allegation right now. No.
Let's talk about
if it is an allegation, we will put out an allegation. You want to clarify? We have carried Zameer Ahmed Khan's clarification. Please, we have carried Zameer Ahmed Khan's clarification. I'm saying repeatedly, let the police probe the allegation. I have no problem with that. Let the police probe the allegation. But the point is that you are saying, that your legislator is backing the families of a rival party that
about
you
Zameer
say
Ahmed, who is not
that
even in
you
the
say is the
country.
B team of the BJP, I find that a little hard to believe.
No, they are the team of the BJP.
Then why
because
is
he
your
gives
MLA
benefits only.
supporting them?
He is not. Who said that?
Why
Who
is
said
your
that? He has
MLA
given a
supporting them?
clarification. My MLA is not supporting. Please get your facts
Okay.
right. He is not supporting.
All right.
He is not supporting at all. Get your facts right. Don't tell lies on the national
No,
channel.
I'm sorry. No, please. Don't make that accusation.
You are
no,
taking lies on the
No,
national
don't make that accusation. Sorry, Dr. Reddy, I will not brook
Allegations
that.
are
No,
not
I will
true.
not brook that.
Allegations
You
are
are
not
much
true.
more
Please
senior
get
to
that
me.
right.
Very respectfully, I'm saying, please don't.
I'm also
No, no,
respecting
please
you,
don't.
Razaka.
Please
You
don't say
shouldn't be
that.
talking
Please don't say
about
that.
allegations
I
and
have
truth.
been saying
Allegations
repeatedly
and
since this
allegations.
show began.
It is made by
You joined our
BJP.
show
How can
15 minutes
allegations
late.
come
I've been
back?
saying right from the get-go that this is an allegation, let the police investigate. Absolutely,
shouldn't be
no
doing
problem.
debate on
But the
allegations.
point
Let's
is,
talk
but the
about
point
the
is
commission.
that for
Let's
you
talk
to
about
say
what
that
is
your
the commission
legislator
of
is
the
supporting
government,
the
that is fact.
families of a
That's
rival
not an
political
allegation.
party who you call the B team of the BJP, well, I find it laughable, but let the people of Karnataka decide. All right, we'll leave it at that. Thank you very much to all our guests. Let's move on to our second debate tonight here on the program. And this is coming in from Patiala in Punjab, where there was complete chaos today. There were Shiv Sainiks on the one side, and there were Sikh groups on the other. Stones were pelted, swords were brandished. The Sena was carrying out an anti-Khalistan stir. Tensions are still high. A curfew has been imposed in Patiala. Here's what exactly happened, the sequence of events, and right after that, we'll go across to our debate.
Swords brandished, stones pelted, shots fired. It was total chaos on the streets of Patiala today. It started with members of the Shiv Sena calling for a march against pro-Khalistani elements in the city and the state. Getting wind of this, Nihang Sikhs decided to counter the Shiv Sena and carried their own march while raising pro-Khalistan slogans. But all hell broke loose when stone pelting took place outside the Kali Mata temple in Patiala.
मैं पटियाला के प्राचीन श्री काली माता मंदिर के आगे मौजूद हूँ। आप देखेंगे कि जो पथराव हुआ है, पुलिस मुलाजमों के ऊपर पथराव हुआ है। पथराव के दौरान जो पत्थर थे, जो ईंटें थी, यहीं अभी भी बिखरी हुई हैं और पीछे भारी पुलिस बल है जो तैनात है। और दूसरी तरफ जो रोड है श्री काली माता मंदिर के आगे, उसके दूसरी तरफ जो सिख समुदाय के लोग हैं, उन्होंने ये कहा था कि हम ये जो खालिस्तान विरोधी मार्च है ये निकलने नहीं देंगे। और इसके बाद दो समुदायों के बीच में भारी बवाल हुआ और एक दूसरे पर पथराव किया गया।
As tensions skyrocketed, the police struggled to bring the situation under control, even firing several rounds in the air.
कोई किसी के खिलाफ कार्रवाई बनती है वो करांगे, जे किसी ने गलती की हुई उस दे खिलाफ कार्रवाई करांगे। जे शहर ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਾਹੌਲ ਨੂੰ ਸੁਧਾਰਨ ਲਈ ਜੋ ਕੁਝ ਵੀ ਕਦਮ ਚੁੱਕਨੇ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਅਸੀਂ ਚੁੱਕਾਂਗੇ। ਬਾਹਰੋਂ ਫੋਰਸ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੰਗਾ ਲਈ ਹੈ।
The police held a flag march in the city and 10 companies of the police force from other districts has now been requisitioned. But Patiala continues to simmer.
पटियाला के फुआरा चौक में है इस वक्त हम खड़े हैं और कुछ समय के पहले अगर आपको बताएं तो कुछ समय पहले यहाँ पे दो समुदाय के बीच में बड़ी टकराव का माहौल पैदा हो गया था। पर अब की तस्वीरें दिखा रहे, तस्वीरें खुद आपको बयान कर रही हैं कि कैसे एक समुदाय के लोग पटियाला के जो फुआरा चौक है, फाउंटेन चौक है, उसके ऊपर अपने धर्म के झंडे लेकर और दीप सिद्धू के झंडे लेकर एक प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं प्रशासन के खिलाफ।
While the opposition questioned the breakdown of law and order,
आज जो पटियाला में हुआ इस सब की जानकारी पंजाब पुलिस को, पंजाब की सरकार को, प्रशासन को थी। बकायदा 3 दिन से ये इशू बना हुआ था और बार बार लोग पुलिस को कह रहे थे, पुलिस द्वारा ये आश्वासन दिए गए थे प्रशासन द्वारा ऐसा कुछ नहीं होगा, लेकिन जानबूझकर इसको होने दिया गया। और अरविंद केजरीवाल चाहते थे कि पंजाब में ऐसे हालात बिगड़े।
Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann vowed not to let anyone create communal disturbances in the state.
पंजाब की अमन शांति भाईचारे से खिलवाड़ करने वाले किसी भी शख्स को बख्शा नहीं जाएगा।
But the question is, who's behind the Khalistan backing in the first place?
And And we're getting breaking news in connection with this particular development in Patiala. The police action has now been taken after Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann held a high-level meeting. The Shiv Sena leader Harish Singla has been arrested for inciting violence. Taking action, Bhagwant Mann has said that no guilty person would ever be spared. Harish Singla was alleged to have been leading this particular anti-Khalistan rally in response to posters that had come up across Patiala over the last few days. When this rally was carried out and some of the Shiv Sainiks started brandishing swords, etc., a Sikh group attacked them, saying Khalistan is not an issue at all in Punjab. Why are you creating one where none exists? Ashpreet Khadial is joining us, Congress spokesperson, also advocate, and Dr. Sunny Ahluwalia, Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson. Dr. Ahluwalia, I'll start with you first. Law and order is a state subject. Law and order is under the Punjab government. And in the case of Punjab, the Home Department is under the Chief Minister. There were posters that had come up in Patiala over the last few days. People were talking about a tense situation. The Shiv Sena rally, the protest, was an announced one. It was not something that was done in secret. And yet, things got so out of hand. At the end of the day, the buck stops with the state government.
See, I want to make one thing clear, that this was a clash between two political parties and not between any two religious parties. So the clash was between the Shiv Sena and Shromani Akali Dal, Amritsar or Shromani Akali Dal, you can say Maan. So one thing is very clear, that this was a clash, but the political parties are trying to make it a religious thing. There is no Khalistan kind of a thing in Punjab right now. So I urge through your channel that whatever event has happened in Patiala was very unfortunate, but don't just rotate it towards some kind of pro-Khalistani or anti-Khalistani. The permission to the Shiv Sena was denied, and Shiv Sena himself, the president, has ordered that the person who was involved, Harish Singla, to be suspended from the party. And Bhagwant Singh Mann government has already taken that person who has initiated this.
Dr. Ahluwalia, I have two questions. One, whether it was a political protest or whether it was a political clash or whether it was a religious clash, whatever, that's irrespective. That's something that the police will find and the police will investigate, let them do their job. The point is, number one, whatever clash it is, the law and order responsibility is on the state, and today clearly the state was caught napping when the law and order situation spiraled in Patiala. That's number one. Number two, if it's a political clash, as you are saying, what strength does the Shiv Sena have in Punjab? It's almost as good as a non-entity in Punjab. I can understand if you say BJP or Congress, Akali Dal, they are political players in Punjab. The Shiv Sena is almost a non-entity in Punjab. Are you saying they were capable of the kind of scenes that we saw today in Patiala?
No, I want to mention here that number one, when you talk about law and order, Bhagwant Singh Mann, Chief Minister, has already said this, that whoever has done this, they will be arrested, and whatever the inaction done by even if by Punjab police, if they are unable to control the system, then they have to answer this or they have to face with some kind of inquiry. So if there was a hurdle in law and order, what we have also seen, that there was a problem with the law and order, then Punjab police, the Patiala police, whoever is heading that position has to, take the blame on himself, and action has to be on him as well. So Bhagwant Singh Mann is very clear with the law and order.
Arshdeep, one second. Arshdeep, already this Shiv Sena leader, Harish Singla, has been arrested for inciting the violence. Things are now calm in Patiala. There's 144 that's been imposed, and that the state is doing whatever is within its means and resources available to bring the long arm of the law to bear on the people who incited this kind of violence that we saw in Patiala. What more can you expect from a state government? Arshdeep.
One, the buck does not stop here. Every single day an incident is happening, whether it be 21 murders that happened in 19 days, whether it be a murder happening every day, clash happening, protest happening, lathi charge happening. Ever since Aam Aadmi Party took over, Punjab has been pushed into a lawlessness state and has been pushed into anarchy. Aam Aadmi Party hasn't been able to avert these kind of incidents because the police is rather being sent to Delhi. The police is being sent to nab the people who are innocent, and the real perpetrators are being let off the hook. They are being sent behind Alka Lamba. They are being sent behind Kumar Vishwas. And here these kind of incidents are happening because the police is unavailable. And second, Mr. Maan has been traveling. You know, for a state especially a border state like Punjab, the CM has to be there. He's traveling to Delhi. He's traveling to Himachal. He's traveling to Gujarat. You know, campaigning.
No, but Ashpreet, one second. That's a bit naive, that argument. I mean, it's like saying the chief minister then has to himself physically come to Patiala to stop the violence. No, come on. The job needs to be done. No, one second. The job needs to be done, and whoever is responsible for, you know, the IG in charge there, the DGP, they need to get the job done. The chief minister will be judged, or the home minister in this case, who's also the chief minister, will be judged on how soon things can be brought back to normal and how quickly the perpetrators can be brought to book. That is how they will be judged. What I'm asking, what I'm asking you, Ashpreet, is this is a government that's barely a few weeks old, right? I mean, it's not like there have not been violent incidents when Akalis were in power. We all remember what happened in 2015, or when your party was in power, right? Yeah. So you know, cut them some slack.
How do we cut them some slack when such big incidents are taking place? And as far as the naive argument goes, I think it's for the people to decide if it's naive or if it's actually professional, because a lot of people have been seeing this. Now, you said Mr. Maan is the Home Minister. He's the Chief Minister of Punjab. He would have to give directions to the police to act. He's saying that I'm monitoring the situation. I want to ask Mr. Maan one thing. Your job as a Chief Minister is not just to watch, it is to act. And then he says that we won't let anyone create disturbance in Punjab. Mr. Maan, disturbance has already been created. You have to stop it from happening.
Okay.
Police has been... kindly allow me a few
Yeah,
seconds.
I know. I'm listening to you. I'm listening to my friend. I'm listening to you.
An SHO has been injured with a sword. A Nihang Singh has been shot at. You know, in the last couple of days...
Dr. Ahluwalia, I'll give you the final word. No, I'll give you the final word. Point is that the Chief Minister also controls the Home Department, and ultimately, I mean, like, the police have to do their job. But once again, Ashpreet, one second. Your name is not Dr. Ahluwalia. I'm going to Dr. Ahluwalia. Please, down his fader. Down his fader, please. Mr. Dr. Ahluwalia, point is that the Chief Minister needs to be not just putting out tweets, not just convening meetings, but he should come out and speak to the people of Punjab and say that this is what has happened in the last 24 hours. This is the action that's been taken by the Home Department. This is the action that's been taken by the police. And this is his plan to restore normalcy and peace back in Patiala.
Definitely, I fully agree that what Chief Minister has already said, that from 7 to 6, from 7 today night to 6 a.m. there will be a curfew. So this was just to calm down the situation there. The arrest of Harish Singla has already been done. The DGP has been called and every action has been calculated and the print has been made ready so that there is no these kinds of clashes in Punjab as well.
Okay.
So all the preparations we are doing already. But what other parties are saying, we are in this government since 46 days. And these people who have run this government for 44 years have done nothing. We have closed all the mafia. We are trying to control all the law and order situation. I fully agree with you that there must be some problem from the police side, why they were allowed when the permission was not granted. How come they would have done? But I want to make one thing here, that who are the political parties who are behind this? The BJP is behind it. The Congress is behind it.
Okay.
Why I'm saying this? Because Shiv Sena has they don't have cadre in Punjab, but BJP has a cadre, and who was trying to do these kind of things just to
wrap up. Thank you very much, Dr. Sunny Ahluwalia, Arshpreet Khadial. We'll see. Like I said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. The onus now is on the state government to come out and show what it has done, the number of people it has rounded up, and the action that it is taking to restore peace and normalcy in Patiala. We'll take a break. When we come back on the other side, lawyers of the victims of the post-poll violence in Bengal today met with President Kovind as well as with Home Minister Amit Shah. This even as Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee is in Delhi. We'll have details of that story and more when brought back.